versus
Marcus Rashford, 27 goals, 9 assists in all competitions. And the reason why I say all competitions, there's a reason why I say that, is because there's none of this nitpicking, oh, we're just going to concentrate on this, we're going to concentrate on that. We're asking him to bring the fire and bring the heat every single game. And for me, Rashford has set that bar so high that he's up there with the best company in the whole of Europe. He's 6-6 in the Carabao Cup as well, which we went on to win, by the way. Again, Saka having nights off, chilling, whatever, because you're not taking any other competition seriously apart from the Premier League. Marcus Rashford, especially from where he's coming from as well, where everyone was writing him off, saying he can't do this, saying he can't do that. He is up there with Mbappe, with Haaland, with Victor Osimhen as one of the most lethal strikers in world football. Saka's been good in the Premier League, but it is harder to play a higher amount of games, keep delivering on all multiple fronts, while Saka just has to focus on the Premier League.
Listen, don't get me wrong, big respect going out to Rashford, great player. I'm pleased to see him doing well, even though I don't like United. I'm pleased to see Rashford doing well because I remember all of you lot last season saying to get rid of him.
No, not
right?
me.
So I'm glad to see that he's doing well. And listen, he's been amazing. But I'm sorry, Saka, next level. In the Premier League, 12 goals, 10 assists. Yeah? Double figures for both. Not only was he carrying us last season, remember that was him, we had that song, Saka and Emu Smith-Rowe. It was them two carrying us last season. He's back again this season, smashing it again. Driving us towards a possible league title. Not the Carabao Cup, league title. And also, I want you to just move your mind back a bit because you were there with me at the World Cup. Saka, amazing for England. This young kid, 20, tearing it up for England, right? He's been one of England's most consistent performers at 20 years old. Gareth Southgate always picks him. Doesn't always pick Rashford, always picks Saka.
He did up until Rashford had won by a season, and the way that he's come back from that season to reassert himself as a top draw player. Yes, we might have lost the game at the Emirates, but what he did at the Emirates, you can see from there the fear.
What Saka
in the clutch,
did?
and the clutch moments that Rashford has got. And like I said, in a team that is so heavily reliant on him, I'm looking at Arsenal now 3 years into their process, doing great things under Arteta. If you take Saka out of that team, yeah, you can mix about a little bit, bring Trossard in, move Jesus to the right. You can find a solution. Marcus Rashford is so essential to Manchester United. It is all on his shoulders. And you know what he does? To the point where Saka even thought, you know what, I'll have some of that. They're all copying him. He's a role model off the pitch by feeding the kids. He's a role model on the pitch by everyone taking his celebration and following what he does, because he is setting the trend. And to score 27 goals in all competitions, like I said, no rest. This is not you get the Carabao Cup off. This is not Europa League, blessing in disguise, we don't want to be in it. Listen, it is all fronts. In the league, he's got more goals than Saka. In all the other competitions,
one goal.
Doesn't matter.
One goal.
It doesn't matter.
And he's a striker.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
No, he's been playing off the left.
He's a striker.
We've got Wout Weghorst up front. Right. He's played all the games. Rashford's been playing predominantly off the left-hand side. So all of this stuff what Saka's doing, and I think Saka is unbelievable, by the way. He is brilliant, and he's up there for Premier League player. He's got 9 assists across all competitions.
Stop this all competitions.
That's what he's got. We're talking about the season.
In the Premier League.
Who's the better player altogether? Who's having the better season? And altogether, he's played more games and his output is higher.
Saka, better season, better, as I said, but internationally.
His team is doing better, but he's not doing better individually.
And for the Premier League, right? You know what I mean? Rashford feeds the kids off the pitch, right?
Yeah.
Saka feeds them on the pitch.
And he's doing it.
10 assists.
He's got, and here's
10 assists.
10 assists.
Right, 10
but
assists.
what was Saka doing in the other games? He's got no assists. All them are coming in the Premier League. He's got no assists in the Carabao Cup, no assists in the Europa League, no assists in the FA Cup because he went out in the first round. What was he doing?
Listen, the Carabao Cup, man, Tin Pot Cup, which you
you can say that, but you still have to play the games and impact the game. It's individual, not team.
Hold on. You lot prioritised that, you know what I mean? And, you know, yeah, he scored some goals against Burnley and Forest.
No, he scored in the final.
And all them
he scored in the final to raise it.
Hold on.
That's what he did.
Easy teams that you had at home, right?
Barcelona, Nou Camp away.
Yeah. And as I said, I give him his respect. But I'm saying to you, Saka, right? He hasn't always played in the Carabao, in the Europa League, because, you know, we've rested him for the main team,
and that's my
which
point.
Is the league. This kid is powering us on at the moment to give us a chance to win the league. Look how people talk about Haaland, yeah? And we are above them by 8 points. And one of the main reasons for that is Saka. He is an amazing, amazing kid. And not only that, he can play right wing, he can play left wing. When he first came into the team, he played as a left back. Left wing back, and was amazing at that as well.
Very versatile player.
Amazing player, right? Anything you ask him to do, he can do, right? And he's still so young. He's still growing.
Agreed.
He's still growing as a player. To me, apart from Haaland this season, the next best player is Saka.
I disagree. I think
the next best player is Saka.
I think because Arsenal as a team collectively,
we're top of the league.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
We're top of the league.
100. And this is my exact point.
And he's a big reason for it.
This is my exact point, though. Your team is polished and ready to go, and Saka is a big part of that. I agree. I agree with you.
Ready to go at the start of the season.
No, but
did anybody say we'd be in this position?
Doesn't matter. But you are. You can't.
And one of the reasons is.
I'm not saying.
One of the big reasons is Saka.
He's been a massively important part. What I'm talking about in terms of a team that's coming from where they've gone through and gone through a transition like they have, and a team that is fighting on multiple fronts. Just because you haven't gone on multiple fronts, we've decided to go on multiple fronts. Yeah, the league is the ultimate. And if Arsenal win it, 100% they deserve it, and I think they will win the league. But this is not about the teams. This is about the individual season.
Of course.
And Marcus Rashford is playing more games, and his output is therefore higher. And even in the Premier League, if you just want to talk Premier League, he's got more goals than him as well.
Yeah, but he's a striker, right?
He's not. He's playing from the left wing. Saka's playing from the right wing.
Everything goes through him. He's your main guy. He's your striker,
right? Because he's that good.
Saka,
my point.
Saka, right? And by the way, Saka's been doing it all season. Rashford turned up after the World Cup.
And there's another misconception.
He turned up after the World Cup.
Only because
in the league.
Only because
in the league. I'm talking.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing on that. Everyone thinks that Rashford wasn't scoring goals before the World Cup.
I'm not about Carabao.
He was. No, in the league.
How many?
He was still scoring goals. Yes, he's got. Obviously, he's gone on a crazy run from after the World Cup. But that's not to say the whole reason he even got into the England squad to get back on the plane from where he was because he was already performing well.
He scraped into that squad.
He didn't scrape. He didn't scrape into it. He got back into it because he started playing well.
One of the first names on the team sheet.
Because Saka's been in better form over from last year into the back end. But this season, when you put the two down on together, and Rashford's doing it in the, like I said, Europa League, he's the top scorer. 6 in 6 in the Carabao Cup, and he's managed to score.
That's only because he plays every game in the Europa League.
One more goal than Saka.
He plays every game in the Europa League because you're prioritising.
Right, and that's harder to keep going.
Even going back to what you said.
Don't get no rest.
Even going back to what you said, right? At the start of the season, people had you more favourites to be in the top 4 than Arsenal, right? Saka.
Did they? No, they didn't.
Of course they did.
No, they didn't. Manchester United, hold on.
You were above us as favourites to get into that.
Let's not. Manchester United had their worst ever season. People were saying Man United do better to get fifth.
But you went and spent a load of money, right? And I'm saying to you that Saka has been one of the main reasons that we are challenging to win the Premier League for the first time in 19 years. Because of that kid. Don't get me wrong.
Not because of Odegaard, not because of Saliba, not because of Partey. The reason why it's not wholly Saka.
Of course,
you're putting it all like it's all on Saka.
Well, it's not all on Rashford, is it?
It is all on Rashford.
What about Casemiro?
Yeah, he's hardly there. He's hardly there. You said he's hardly there.
Casemiro and all these sort of players.
I'm talking about goal scoring. No one else is doing what Rashford's doing.
No, Rashford.
You had Jesus. You scored.
As I said, I give
Martinelli. You got multiple.
So we got a great squad now.
Yeah.
Right? But I give full credit to Rashford. Yeah, but he is not better than Saka.
And I give massive credit to Bukayo Saka, the star boy, the star boy. He's doing the great things, but he's no Marcus Rashford.